viewed as how do you call it, the standard when it comes to Africa, and rightfully so, because baby anke was here one and you was here. If you get Twene Jonas say I'm behind him 100%. I stand behind him 100%. I wish I had the ability to actually be as raw as he is. Personally, I wouldn't go out insulting people, but that's a tactic no using, that strategy no using. People are sitting up and taking him seriously. And I'm sure also saying Ghana no kasa di kasa na, and society no man a chance and man which is why I keep saying it would take those of us, especially those of us in the diaspora, to cause more change in Africa. And I say this for every single African country. I wish that in every single country they had somebody like Twene Jonas bought a leadership. It will force them, it will expose them and cause them to do those things that they're supposed to do. Everything the guy is saying is 100% facts. Only a liar, no be another nyatrum. I oye never said yeah, abandon cano and yanukre. And there are some who will tell you say we have America is 200 years old. Well, America does not have the resources that we have. America does not have the diversity that we have. Even though say we are behind them. No. Resources near year one. Me if Ghana 2006, I'm an agriculture economic science student. I mean say economic science student Ghana, University of Ghana. Me ni obi kasaye. No point Ghana ni. Okacha me say the gold reserves that we had in Ghana as of 2006 no could last Ghana 700 years. 700 years. And this is besides gold now, you two if you what did I know. The way we are calling the year, you can't want them. So Bikache me say the United States of America is 200 years old. Ghana is 60. Ghana is not 60 years old. Ghana is more than 60 years old. The question is say we just refuse to speak the truth. We just refuse to demand a friend saying accountability from those that we put in place, the public servants. No, we refuse to demand them to do those things that we put them in place for. And for no, they are public servants. And then omudi then because you almost say may be mine. There's a reason why they are called public servants, because they are supposed to serve. They are not serving. And nothing obi to say your friend is saying Twene Jonas sorry or debi your question and yeah. So it's a very, very imperative to say, especially those of us in the West, we adopt a strategy similar to what Twene Jonas is saying. Utia Brantina, on your partisan, or Ketia NDC, or Ketia MPP. But do not know wahano. How do you say? Esan say me NDC, me MPP, Nintino. Say a cost na your bonnet corner, me pesemeka. And as it was quite obvious. Almost everybody that was there was MPP. So yes, the way the interaction went between us was different. And this is what I'm talking about. It is because of this mentality, and that there's nothing going on that really, really helps the entire population. Okay, there's more bad going on in Ghana than is good. So now no kase everything is okay. They're not the pakon or and we have to call that person out, because it is these people who are making it possible for what is happening to happen. Last time, a virus would die off eventually if it doesn't have any media. For coronavirus, what did they say? You should segregate. Okay, they stay away from each other. We should wear face masks and stuff like that. What a cost because there are people who are silently supporting what is going on. And you who's against Twene, rather than facing on the truth the guy is speaking, they are focusing on say Odi Atem. So the main problem now but they are going to focus on the fact that he's insulting what I say. And we know it's called shifting the goalpost. They will shift the goalpost instead of focusing on what the gentleman is talking about. They will rather focus on the facts that Odi Atem. I didn't know Odi Atem. Because your family is set by virtue of just that office that you occupy. why now ye nana no obi ye nana a friend saying cousin ana or ye no nephew kwapo na odi there on the strength of said nana or ye nana ebusini. It's your whole family set. It is he's saying what he's saying now. It is true because you can't have a situation where you live in a country where more than less than 10% of the employed friends and citizens are earning less than $1,000 a month, and not see that the problem. Meanwhile, on just the next in the next community, you have people living in $1 million homes on the continent of Africa. You know, the oil and the cheaper. I totally support what he's doing. I think this is how we have to go. Okay, it doesn't have to be violent. It just has to be where people stand up and speak the truth. Say, hey, there's a problem and we have to fix it. Thank you.
Friend say, Kelly, that's it. Me, I meant to Maka in the first place. The guy said, no, dear, may support on 100%. Need some more cane in a year anywhere. If I say a year bonnet. No, say Malu, need some more can be anywhere. Me face say all can bonnet. The truth na all can. Now, and go for brio ha. You see, Chine anymore ha, your mon chain. So what I say. More money say, Adena air cosono, and yet, will be a bold enough to say, Adena moyeno, and yet, instead of focusing on Adena moya enyeno, mu deviate Adeno ako baby. But I just some more kind. I just said a wanty. They mean what the latter part of the assembly or kind. Just say me catch you say we are kwasia. They make custom nana and the last one me can't kwasia. The last word na kwasia na hon out. The dintia me can ya be see the point na me can't kwasia no. And no they want it. So want that part of assembly me can name no. The last part no one out here. So what wotie asɛm a ɔkaeɛ no a ɔka no a nka wɔn bɛte n'ase yie but ɛsiane sɛ wɔn pɛ sɛ wɔn bɛte part no a ɔka kyɛ sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ ɛgo against wɔn no ɛna wɔn hyɛ da ɛka sɛ ɛyɛ sɛ wotie sɛsɛ no wohu sɛ the tide no is turning in Ghana in his favor very well. Asɔfoɔ koraa no ma ɛka nyinaa ɛka sɛ they support him. The last person, the first because of supported Kum Chacha. The Kum Chacha about to say was supported boy no pepe. And then who say the tide has really turned. Na sengofu we want when ya. They don't know what is going on because Ghanaians, you know, yenye nipa bia especially like Nigeria enka some can say anyway before now the best start to the nanka say me can Emma your friend is saying TB Joshua say nyame fa ne currency baby a okono onwe ho ne nsema ya no keka no because no the nyankopon entimi anhwe wo ama nkyerɛ wo sɛ ɔkyena wo bewu a na ti wo do predict sɛ wo bewu ɔkyena na sɛ nyankopon wo ta wo hu a ene na kyerɛ sɛ wo no wo nyɛ nyankopon ba you are completely out anyway yɛm fa na sɛm nto ho because ono de
me question na I am possible obi esan de beto baby sɛ onwu ye nti I am possible ojo wo hifa
I know preach in Nigeria. I would also YouTuber you see he's dead, completely dead.
Me very sure. Ebi o no onya sure Turkey.
Oh, Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria. Okay, all right.
Nigeria. Nigeria. And yet, on Google, baby, Nigeria.
56. No, what?
Young Pan country. This time, when you know, I suffer, and then I make cancer now because I suffer to be blue. I want someone who can, then some would me, yeah, David Massa didn't ba na a tremor. No, I predicted we said, I said it in the chat. You know, you are lying. You are lying. Young people who didn't throw.
Jamie, you for me or say, what time or Tony Ball, you know. Yeah, anyway, Yamin Fanny Crancy, say, Ampa. Na kyerɛ sɛ asɔfoɔ no ɔne mma Bible nkyerɛkyerɛ no ɛnyɛ nokwaredie more than say you're using their wisdom and nnaadaa kwan so ɛmma nipa ɛnhu sɛne Nyame so ɛyɛ n'adwuma fa so ɔho wei wokɔka sisi a obi bɛni wobɛyɛ argument sɛ wokora wompɛ n'asɛm anaasɛ say whatever
what do I care or your software me software what do I care say
so your software yeah me can say ubi a from so your Christiani a also wo de wo tie Nyame asɛm na wonim si da akye bibi ɛbɛyɛ yi no pɛ asɔre a ɛwɔ Bible based nkyerɛkyerɛ
of course
Bible ne boa so bo Nyame mpa yɛ sɛ ɔma wo ntiaseɛ kakra ni man bi wɔ hɔ a wɔbɛte aseɛ na mmom no si yɛn nyinaa pɛ huri ayi friend saying how do say na deɛ ha ma adwene baako nso no yɛ predictions are on money no is based on so psychological whatever the into the way and we are plan A or who say plan A be say oh any plan B beba and just for na yes ade ni nyina no say oni nyai nyame otimi kasa kire nyam nko ani nyame kasa kire na nkyerɛkyerɛ papa no nkɔ na nipa na yira ni nyina hu ba bi a on betra daachi na nyesi ayi fawebra na wodi oye ko fawebra na wodi we ko nkranta nipa wasoro dem di twitwi form ne de keka ho nyina me kan Bible no ma ho ba bi a Yesu ba obeyi esa de bi nkranta Cain maba ai de dra and one ko I say well in the I ne de keka ho bebre no me Bible me no where me Bible nti woni nyina so ma won ani na ho atrodi for na dos that's it
yeah anyway one say me no so obi ye asori a be en ha me wo since wudi ntro akire nkrofo ya na sofo ni nyina majority of them no especially asori na won ko won ye one man churches asori no ono de opebia na heden oye obetumi aka kire mo say mo asori na ene mo nko na mo nko wiwira abonten
South Africa
mo betumi akọ hu Nyankopon
na o si Nyankopon nipa for no ye shepherd nti shepherd for so
ayi nyan
ayi sheep for no Nyame no na ye shepherd nti mo nko wiwira
na wo so wakọ wiwira no na wo ye makutu na wawu for the simple reason say we Jimmy. Yeah, that's how I feel about when we kwasoro na so for no catch us kokko ye bibi say ya na mama he say kwa akoye sa nkwase ade we say na ya because the name no kasa about Twene Jonas you know so utimi egugu ye na utie ya
that's yeah me Google kakra na me share kakra now me follow the no can but I don't know but personally he also balancing his statement in kakra because anybody can to me is not true say that's who be any day there people are having the law hakra for Japan almost 60 all there so balancing his statement in kakra and the truth of the matter is communication so be who go bit make as assembly say be brave because in back up now we need say unyansa now was and we should also to me balance mistake not to insult him or whatever. We just can play any here. Well, we unyansa we are boss said we kwasia we no eno de enkoyi, but at least and a comparison be also you couldn't mean compare US any Ghana and I say any other way. So compare Ghana there, we should be able to compare any African country, because that's where the issues are. US had okay, but it took so many years and so many time, and even the mindset of the people. But in Africa and Ghana, no, can we have the same mindset? Yenyi is also entonje. Yenyi penifona montonje. Yankasa nipa no. Are you ready? Because enable dinner will ready to cry. People kita and now na mabontin kra na very difficult say ubeto people na atofo. And as we nam, we drive for traffic light police ni dey you do how we stop. But Ghana what is that concept no ko and any other African country independent nankasa dey won follow. So we compare any contrast here it me hwe ni the guy no do why are bad negative bebro na dey ma also to me hwe na
negative. I mean so idea back for argument's sake. Unim DSP Kofi Boachi.
Minim DSP Kofi Boachi Gabi.
Okay. DSP Kofi Boachi Ghana Police if one no friend Commander 1. Commander 1 there's a Nanka Accra Police MTTU.
Yes, Martin did that boot to boot.
Yes. No.
Okay.
No, Accra case be by no cocaine send be on face Aquan on face na cocaine cocaine there's a phone bony dean womb and Ubino year or do and on the bar back after one hair I know who's Aquan and yon one. The moment they want to say one person won't unity if you police them. It's 1 year no answer one transfer na Kumasi. Transfer from Accra to Kumasi. Or Accra, he was doing a good job, but there were some people who they were really against him. So if he wanted to get him out, it can't be a first on the big friends won't be no one. They tried to frame him with something, but it did not work. Couple of months ago, he was on one of these people, no video no more. Okay. All right. Auntie B, okay. One of my Canada saying internet being stable anyway. Okay. One of the friends saying, one day he had an interview with Kokubako. Now, as someone can say, TNU, also Ghana, a woman, want me to arrest armed robbery near the number police station. Ubohununa or Hunibia Freno, DSP, where the Aquarium no, we are Aquaraborn with TAE. The same or Ebefa telephone. No, a fret. If I say MPP for one of them, and I see NDC for one of the be our powerful MP, no catching so. DSP Kofi Boachi RSC, no fast be. With a more than a moon, not afraid DSP Kofi Boachi, no catching say, boy, now, moon releasing. Near releasing. So it get release boy or no Kofi. First of all, a arm robber or a arm robber. Actually no. And they say no because of MPB 19. A unifi prison Edina Kofi, Amwa Kofi. to continue Adiana or Ghana, your problem in say, Ubi a bonia punishment is the man. Them famana say, woo, unia, which ye true unia be Ghana, and that's a woo scar, ubeting at the one, waiting at the no, because with me, I connected 1 to 1 to be near you never gone. The Obia only scar or Ghana no. What the hell last? We want to be as well go here 20 cities. I got to so yeah, a man 2 years in jail. Boy, no need for 15, and there's a police name and a true statement. No, the police in each also were 18. Boy, no grow with General, so when was when you were 12. Go here 20 cities. A man 2 years in jail. Ghana, many states, it did millions of dollars. Yeah, then you are transferring it to another place. So, a transfer no. Look how one why you could do more money. And I so
Wow.
Okay, it say change, the attitude na one. See, and try see everything changes our kind of as stupid attitude na na Ghana and family home. We are there. We be at me can to pay. Just say the air question there. And no person Gina Suchira was say. Tini you. Sa no man a wohan. Hano. And yes, it be how. Yes, it be how. But who say to say be a ukucha like you said, no say traffic light or how ubijina. So just say because winning pay faces yachirwa. Yeah, and found one show. A Ghana dear. Osan say police need crowd how wait me a chum because police need children. I tell between I and say, oh, wait a master me, sorry, I would have mammy a 20 cities. When everything up against I may do 5 cities or budget. No, Marco. But don't you say, light no trouble. A bit me a kubi. For instance, say be an akabi ba. Me say and they say my guy be Oyana Otie or Sla or that's or YouTube or Tio. I don't so to Tio Facebook and you or sending me a video be a video no man me. Say uni papa car abono amaniti just anything in the say or motorcycle so. I mean to me who say na chamu so you and a motor no car no so then complete his there's no way so between repair. So they say not nothing. Yeah, in traffic laws, no, and yeah, police don't enforce the laws. Your children are ubitia. Never fire a MP. Nana Nanaya. You know that trimuna the Ghana or no. And none MY no. And none boy no person what you say. And your roads now why I walk out the tea as someone walk in a year or say. Ako house higher glass. Street way no. The pillars see her. And the actual say what is going to happen is in case you say driver now urban or Messia instead of what pim ubino. Sa you cushions never honor. And me no on dear goom. Into Imiano a bit me as Amakano ejina. So the Utieni ya in summer or cano extra say. There are certain things why you can do to change the system. No? And yes, waiting, but waiting, look, yeah, and yet to the point to say, what the hell, as one can say, or say, a lot of coin, if he caught the biba, who was explaining to you, say, lot of coin, a true time more, I see it me yen a 2-way back, who caught number, but said the young copium. So, I crack mercy. Me can say Kufuor time no ye 1 year a crack massy road. Besine. Kufuor twemu akọ Mahama Atamils aba atwemu kọ na we Mahama abedi na we su won wantimi anye. This time here we see this particular time a woman it Accra to Kumasi to Tamale to Takrady it yentimi nye dual courage. They say crowd they say tema motorway no crowd they say they are said to the point to say enkrofo sisi dan ma bedroom motorway ne ho. So do pa ko he motorway sisi adan ma say wo ye rough na so wo bu rai a wo ba ko pem obi. Now when the man allow them say motorway no, the reason why motorway no kwande da ho nyina ne say ye betimi a expand motorway no amana ye even crowd truck lanes lanes, car lanes, said the higher near. At the end, so that is the point. The main reason why I call it SM now working. But and I mean, but the point and say he's trying to tell you, say you can fix everything because he can't have Marco borrowing at the end of the year. You say MPP won't borrow more money than any government to be a buyer together, from Kwame Nkrumah to Ankara no to Afrifa to Kufu to Rollins. Sika one borrow more than that. It's the end, that is the main point this guy was talking about. So it is the intimate changes stupid mindset na ya na kanwa ene Auntie B.
Patrol. Oh, Auntie. Okay.
Papa.
Patrol, what ya the kan ho asemi.
Oh, meeting nyina. Na say kra no. Ya na me so Ghana for no. One keka nsi hu because one kasa keke but they don't take action. But that particular boy Twene Jonas said David or no. In fact, I say me degi one two. Yeah. Attend me ma sample. Emri me call me mama ewo asase wo be possible me. Na asase no me say wo de me background kakra. Me na nasafo a mama Canada ne na ye fe ne deda Gabon Vita. You know, nkoko guy names no me nana no because you see me power me yakora yes enti no obi o wo me nim sasase na me ma me dia enti of late ya na me say no o lady why abrewa enti esi me koka sasase no asem ansa na wawu me koya the way baby asase no woni enti no empanimfo ne si won atwe kone sign na fine me bia ma no ma se ma ka che no me se empanimfo mo ye nkurase for pa papa ba ko si ya kasa sa na me se me pa cho enye se me didi matemo nemo no sebi mo ye santefo na me dwane se America me ko wie sika no se me di loto se me na me ye adwuma se me nya asase di na me dwane di aba fie no ese mo krokro me na me di sika ni ja fie nemo nya me ye kwotwe ne ade nti boy ne atem didi na wodidi na me kama masama yetenten ne se enye se odidi wona atem se won ye kwasea ana aboa. But otu embra no wachire ne sie otu sabi ota franchise amonwen ya wo hene gold ye tutututu esante hene e gold ye free de man ye ne enti wo otumfo ya sema wo kan what na brochire pe sika kakra ba enti Ghana man wuntime mpra ho kakra kra na wonto waste bins mtisi krom esema munye kro no mo fina mo fa tutum a oni di natem oni se yan no ye nkwara nyina no akwara obeka asema kire penny straight yeso mu ade ene nani ye den nso no kura na no woka no enti me de me ne ya adwen pa sebi ota fra che penny fo obi ho ye penny so na adwen no mu ndo so ho ana ye so na asu yu asenye no wo ye penny o se so ne kasasa nso bia de penny sebi nkwasa sam no woka so enti ye ne ye problem ne se enti ye wa brochire hey and last na me ka no esese ye take action enye se ye kasa keke dachi bia ye nyina ya organize ye ho ye nya even abrochire for 400 per ne ekoye demonstration e wo Ghana say whatever is going on, the law has been changed. We are just beating about the bush. Yabeka sasa so hey energy yo hey and na nekum nipa and na wa faase no and na ho why ye de sa when last asema na Canada Japan can which is true. Once that me catch say me say Ghana say yes me makotena Ghana say me ye business na bi wo ye store kwa say mentena no stress e wo be ma me nje. What did I tell you? You know, as we are saying, you know, action speaks more than words. It made many Jonas any or David in Menoni Yagrepa.
Okay, Kelly, because way.
Patro Anibia or Yigna your alarm systems oh you so alarm systems a book could any they are almost set no which one is easier to ignore? And yet do you did the queen my neighbors in the crowd any a juma. I think a very common sense, a straightforward. And go by and go casa in India, you just ignore him. And Miss me I did about coming Miss Radia, be a very young person. But at the end of the day, I did about coming when they say there's a purpose for everything. There's a time to smile, a time to be angry, a time to love, a time to hate, a time to give, a time to take. It's extremely important, as I say. And I think that for the most part, most of us still don't understand the extent of devastation at Kosovo, Africa. We still don't realize what is happening. We are still sitting there. A better point of no return. A better baby, I say, and that is the problem. It's what the young man is doing. He is giving us, he's basically blowing the horn, say, there's a problem. There's a very serious problem that is
open
well, a very serious thing, but it seems most people don't realize it. Recently, Papa, the videos be sending me. Most people, even in Accra, be tapa, a brown water and eba.
Thank you.
How far is Accra from the Galamsey areas? Into what would see Accra, who's so quite affected by something that's happening thousands of miles away, or hundreds of miles, I don't say thousands, hundreds of miles away. And you don't see anything wrong with this. It's what the gentleman is doing. Me say, I wouldn't do it any other way. Okay, in Kuba can be built, and I always go back to that gentleman. Can I say, Ghanaians especially, they are very slow to anger. But when they decide to strike, they will strike and strike hard. What is happening in terms of what is in Ghana right now? It is me 1979 year woman, the very next year. But based on the stories I heard, woman of Bema camp, the stories I heard growing up, the books I came to read, it made me understand. Say what is happening now. It's similar to what was happening back in '79. There's very same things that were happening that caused the junior officers to rise up against their leaders. It's happening right now. And there were Ghanaians who were saying, let the blood flow. And the Ghanaians don't let the blood flow. Because someone they were at the end of the So it's what Twene Jonas is doing. We have to ask ourselves, are we going to allow the youth to use insults to shake the system? Or are we going to allow the youth to use guns to shake the system? A very simple question. Because what he's doing, it is self-expression. It is allowed under the law. It is allowed under the Constitution to use any form of expression without violence, of course, to drive your ideas through. I wouldn't change anything about what he's doing. I wouldn't do it myself personally because maybe I don't have the confidence and the skill to do it. But what he's doing, it is really, really exactly what we ought to be doing. It is similar to what a friend is saying, your friend Captain Smart is doing. Abraham Bemoshe, Akatechi, even A+, Kwame A+, a crowd was doing something similar. But all those people, they were public figures, or an ordinary citizen. Although he has no reason to do what he's doing. Okomaha, he's benefiting from this country. It is like if we don't come out with that energy, with that aggression, we should just forget. They will just not even pay attention to us. They can't quite say. I have way a go with you when she say omu body dia. Ye pasi a say ye nananum our gods no support what is happening. You really think say nananum so nananum was saying soon. Or no be ta which ama we ku obi a waka say I didn't wage me I didn't know what man is to say. Makes sense.
You know na obi also obuni bia no okonfo bi ko gina ho so okodane no bi da say mo hwe nsu ya mase no a wo gina ha abo ni ba ko ni dua say o kase mase ni nsu ni ntino uboni dia dia we say no ensu no kura bebo wo ankasa mu dia because it's not going to work. Oh, what say nsu yi abegina ha say wo de yishina abo bebo ni dia because we did you be atem. Common sense is not common. So what you say because at the end of the year, because to me, that they say no more how catch you be. Sometimes obi bufu a utimi ka nsem bebre. So what you say, but okay.
Ye do to akwanso so no. Ye hu niam eye fe. Eniema etese nipa ma o nipa ye bra. Ye ho beto ye ene ade yare nom ne ade enu nti ye ba besua no etese ye sua ne edibi nsuko ye krom so entity say there's been ya esante hene ne ahemfo titi ye krom bebre obi ere wa kodi ohene a bibi ne akodwa ne ho bekwa akotena so so enti kakra na beba no as he saying no create a name so kan na beba no nko ahemfo no obusuafo mu bedi de ewu agya ho no way kakra what to thought there's been a sisi if in nekro ya bod dawro wa na be hu say wanum nsuo no agya to form no ye be fine and na press be kire no things are going to change enti na ye be hu na e say ye kire won no so one ye kan won ntie dia e say when persuasion fails now force must apply then take action
Simple cry. A simple thing. And me, say it just takes a very small number of people to effect the thing that we desire. It takes a very small number of people. Me say, and I'm very willing, say, I'll lose all my friends. We are madam for say, if you're not willing to speak the truth now, I'll tell you. And at the very core, you know, say what I'm saying is true. Recently, Obi quite one of family furniture. Yeah, what kind of move on? I knew you saw your MPP. But at the end of the day, what is happening? You cannot sit there and tell me say there's not a problem. There is a problem. Recently, almost saying there's a reason why Ghana has as many loans as we are. Why? Because the Minister of Finance, the company, is listed as one of the bookmakers, which means it's say you have a loan. That loan say I still want to break. The sentence and on break loan. But no any family, any the company money yet. Oh, they are making all this money because they are taking these loans. He said, because $1 million, a certain percentage. How would I encourage the government or the country to go for loans, even though I know, say, those loans will be abused? That's a way Twene Jonas could now or did Matama, most Montiasi. So it's an idea. That strategy, I wouldn't change anything about the strategy. And I hope, say, more and more people, especially those of us in the diaspora, will start standing and speaking the truth about these things. And we shouldn't be silent about this. Because a time comes, Ghana will be worse than Haiti. I don't know if people know where Haiti is and what Haiti goes through. Well, Ghana will be worse than it, and it will be very, very sad because we've been given so much. Okay, much is expected of us. And for us to keep silent and try to say, oh, we don't want to be unpopular, no. Well, guess what? We are all going to lose after it's all said and done. And a very small percentage of us, less than 1% of us, are going to go away with all the loot And between you and me, most of them are not going to live their lives in Ghana. They will live their lives abroad, as we know.
Yeah, Anna, my argument is but the thing is, for example, this word like you are a stupid person and don't be stupid. Okay. There are two different words altogether. Don't be stupid to act. But you are a stupid person does not warrant you to think and act. So that's the difference. And if, for example, Mayor BBC the guy in the back out and I say or no the back out, you should use some words via open it and that's the person to think and act. Because it doesn't make sense. They have to act and do it. Don't be stupid. You are a stupid person. Don't be stupid means that what you are doing, you are acting in the wrong way.
Me tie what I interrupt to kakra. Me tie Ibrahim Ben Moshi. Na ya mitatie ninsem na aya okeka ne bi no. Chese nsem na okeka no. Enokware wom. But yempese face nokware na wo mu no. Na ade a mahu wo Ghana for ho se won ama NDP hwan saade no aye big yinti obi ya de anya ese nyina ye kan te se de ye kan emra nya adwuma me de ayi bi beto platform ne so am say minim sim de se so ana sisi ana me de to so ayi nsuo ya galamse nkrofo ayi baby am say me ru afri kro no e wo so sa ena wona realize hu say soja for no ebe guide ho na oni nya obi asisi onye yi no na won na oni ko no asisi
ahoma chichire won no
ye dia ahoma chichire won
good
yenti no ana omamufo na hunu si no ade no won afọ ho anyimu a enema esei ana onu hunu si se soja for no fi ho kwa 6 o'clock no na nkrofo no so start won ayi ana onu titintam won atuo ni won konti ba na onu kotata onu chire enipa nsia no ene ye de ahoma chichire won a etuo di won achi a ye de won ko ehine ye de won ko so enti etorobu wo ha aya na mibisa se enti it has to go to this point answer na bibi ebeye yi ana na ye kasa no na wo kan bibi akra mesi be ko fie no ye ko ahimpo ni ye ko keep Spanish was baby na ye do traffic light bi de gina ye nyina ti ye gina ya ye twema ye friend saying green light na so ame akono a whole police enye so wo call for duty bi o wo call for ye friend saying bibi what twemu say hwi o hwe ha ya wo hu say what twemu ko a whole police Timmy tell you listen what is going on this ya party I had your obakasa wu na won nyina won kra won ye mpene sa na won ye ntini ye nyina yeso yesa look at that you be the leader na wo ye no bi ahwe so no wo a whole police wo nimra ne so enti so obi animra ne so ade na obey it's unbelievable just terubu a na ye kan wo betra na wo kakasa onfo so da wo betra broche enti no wadwen ni ayi wadwen adane abrofo adwen ene me bi se obi sisi adwen adane abrofo adwen ene adwen papa se no mo amugu a madwen na amofo se ye no so ense hu ne wo mu no chese a blue point bi a media I don't care NDP or MPP or NDC whatever the right thing do the right thing send a beya na Kelly Haiti yes the poorest country in the whole universe Haiti na dia beya ya na say monya edawodi kakra o ha na fe mukro na be like Haiti very miserable but only na me bisa say ntini adisuadi ben na ya won mu amatra aban ayi mu amunimu niema bebre a mo be show as ayi good ayi akire won edi akire no na mama emra no ayi adwuma mo amumu no mo ye ne mo pese mo ye kali ayi a betu ayi so couple of weeks ago I'm reading here na me ka say conflict of interest wo can your friend say minister of a bank, whatever, and you go Bobesiana. Only the other guy, Sikari na come bank, na my, why? Wahu. So Obianka Hoshe, maybe say a boy Bakubia or my classmate or relative papa. And I'm Bisano, a pen and crofon pen, and I'm saying put the politics aside and think right. Nija say politics now can was him. So Yempesi accepted the fact that say, and Yama be koso na yahu na Yempesi in Sakraiba 21st century. 21st century. Look at that. Na yempenifoɔ no susu etutu kwan ba ha no on anya bia no omba oni mehu niam bia ekoso adenti e na obi anya na dwen sɛ wodi mekoye na adisuan di amakosuan ni enti no mebeboa ama ye the changes kakra aba. Look at that. Enti
Abaya mpacho kasi me support me awoka no share yempenifo no wona dwen ne sɛ watimi abeto dan wa bruchire e wo sika kakra go ha. When West come to West, no one so piano maybe go abroad. It's more Mugu Ghana on farm. This is what is happening.
No, say TB one man on had the one. No, the
but there's still a PS can go bank here. I had the social security and my bank, and once the money boko. Nya Ghana, G manager. Oh, my manager, the answer or the amount.
Oh, the one bit scan the one you never be good.
Anna, I make though politicians wait for you know who say I'm on why we are true for people.
No.
They are true for. But yes, so for example, look at this instance. I have a brother, I have a friend, or a penny or Ghana. Yeah, they need about training of US. One day crowd so own training the Suyan only one day crowd a man and so or Ubi such chance yeah and calling them by and come forever. They say me brother used to tell me friend yeah making. Yeah, man, so uncle you could like my phone. A nipa 60 orphan. MP no also area holding in 400.
wow.
Was any nipa be 200. Or he no holding nipa be 300. Or nipa 60. And some people just imagine. Opia ubia de gunchen. These are some of the people that we are looking for. Also yaw man and I'm here then. We call. Obu okura na okọ ene kura ba bi o onipa ni chance o tin cry o di onipa bi braba come into phone calls and so am obia. So if you have these people kind of way or more politics or more be in the name now focus on what he will do. Politicians when they will do it but still they can't do much because who also now we did I'm more was seeing now you decide say we will do the right thing. We don't care how much it will cost us. For promotion as if we're by Trafan now where NDC MPP Trafan means you be and he's going gradually he's going. Well, so if we can have some people like this now, we will a bit take it some time, but we still make it because time I politicians don't want for you. No, we have decided and working ahead. We don't depend on them because they don't make decisions for us and they did not push us over there. They can't give us instructions.
Na anya bia wo brother na de yamfa sika mehu no because ebinim wo ho a ne oni ye nyina chi a oye the right thing no na oni di sika be abewuwa mu afi sika no mehu ne nyema ba mu ane no ano
sika ebu a se nantwie ni asefo nyina
wa
eso also influence threaten ana sika di pushi nantwie edan eso still on fie obi.
okay.
So he has decided to do the right thing.
And
he's doing it, and he's moving up.
Oh, 1 minute. Kelly, 1 minute.
And he's doing it again.
Kelly,
I'm
1 minute.
Okay, all right.
Again, in the American say. For things to change, we need revolutionary. Well, and who's a revolutionary? A revolutionary is more or less considered uncool. Or be to say, like, or socially accepted. Well, there are so many revolutionaries on Mobile Quiet. And also, you have to really have a history of them to understand why this guy has to do things the way he did. President Fidel Castro, he was a revolutionary. To this day, he's considered an enemy. Most people don't realize Nelson Mandela was a revolutionary. Up until 2003, Nelson Mandela was on the list of terrorists in the US. So he couldn't travel here to the US without special permission. Would you appreciate that? You have to go to Nelson Mandela's past to appreciate why he was considered a revolutionary. He did things in ways that the society did not accept, which is what this guy is doing. He's not doing it according to what you expect a Ghanaian, a cultured Ghanaian to behave. As far as most people are concerned here, most of my friends and most of my family, me papa Kwebia from Papa say, Obano wouldn't in Kasa. And yes, I said yes, I now take Obano. Things he says about religion, the things he says about politics, the things he says about tribalism. So in order for you to shake the system, in order for you to bring about a certain change, you cannot be a cultured person. So, and what is happening in Ghana, it is very, very serious. It is extremely serious. If ABI only will push for me, okay. Maybe say me can knock on wood. At least meaning say once I'm able to take care of myself and take care of my family, my family for the here. But when you can think beyond your immediate nuclear and extended family and think about somebody who's not even from your tribe and say, hey, it does not benefit us. Eventually, we are all going to sink. Then I really don't see why we should even be focusing on the fact that the gentleman is insulting these people. Insult has its purpose. When you start insulting them, a whole chief, the right-hand chief, felt the need to respond to this gentleman. So it tells you, say, whatever he's saying, is being listened to.
Of course.
And they wouldn't have listened to him if this gentleman did not gain the notoriety that he's gained. And this notoriety came as a result of the delivery that he chose, the style of delivery that he chose. Utiena essay glass and wine. That's humor. Perform, that's humor. Where Jimmy, it shocks you. Okay, you hear communication studies, these things they are taught. And he's Uncle school who say this is how I can get the attention. So for me to sit here and try to control the guy's delivery or how he chooses to do it, I am helping those people who are the problem to begin with. I will focus on what he's saying instead of how he's saying it. Because the minute I start focusing on how he's saying it, guess what I'm doing? I'm aiding and abetting the very people who are causing the problem. It's not simple. I'm in my 40s. Most of the people who are doing these things are older. Okay? I have visions, I have hope of moving back home to my family someday. I want my child who is of African descent to be able to go back home and feel said they can do well back home. If we're making 60% of what we make here now in Ghana, I doubt if any of us will stay in this country. I doubt it. It's instead of us.
We need radical leaders. We need radical leaders. We need radical people also. It's about time.
It's about time. This whole thing's over there. And what's what can you say? The minute you start having that conversation, guess what happens?
Opening your bonnet.
And what's what can you say? Before you realize the main subject under discussion becomes lost in the shuffle. And then guess what happens? We are focusing on bad manners. What is more of a bad manner than the way these so-called people in power, public servants, are treating us? Maybe the answer, if you insult my but if you insult my intelligence, what am I proud? I cannot stand that. The minute what they are doing is that they are insulting our intelligence. As an example, wash a wig. say obi or go the natural hair does not have a right to gain education in an institution which is a public institution. And Ghana was said, oh, it goes against our culture, it goes against our this. So they were moving the thing from the fact, say, people's fundamental human rights were being usurped. And now we're focusing on saying, me Christo, the Christo for the yenye say, yenye say. Meanwhile, high court judges ask the blonde wigs. This is what we are talking about. It's the point where you
and what that the court says, and did then a court to make about issue?
They have to go to school. They say a finance
so,
school.
Especially as young people, it is imperative. It is imperative. Say, we have to understand that there's something that is insidious, that is dangerous happening in Ghana and in Africa in total. Say, if we don't become revolutionary, just in the revolutionary path now, we might as well just give up and walk away from it all. We have to become revolutionary. We have to stand up. We have to demand accountability from these so-called public servants. We have to accept the fact that maybe I don't care. Maybe I can the way I can walk anywhere. Maybe I want to kasa. Maybe you want to my yard before 10. Because if I know you, I'm forced to give you attention. If you don't talk to me, I'm forced to talk to somebody else I don't know. That's it. We have to become those people. We have to become those people because their cause for Ghana is sad. Like it just doesn't make any sense. And I'm going to focus on the fact that Twene Jonas is saying one thing on the other. I'm more focused on Nyansa no Kano. At the end, a noise. Before me, a noise, mommy. I will take out the noise and focus on the truth.
Sadie Twene Jonas sky. Senkoba no say oh me pamucho mo hwe de Ghana ye na Ghana tis enye si na go be emu ano so they say go be emu ano but asem no kan no he's I am 110% behind Twene Jonas. Obi a obeka chiro no I'm telling you that I'm 100%. Now me nim baby o wan ka meko mefre no nema de number any na atwen komo because when they hear enuma we break cause wo man mu a enye but ukoka oh yen kan say yen kan say
Ghana dey say o
yen kan say me see obi ka kire me wo Ghana say oh ade kwa na me say cause oh Ghana dey say na ye no and I'm saying na wo ye no me ochi hini kotrans me ochi we go Ghana me ni kotra ho ni yedi nkomo aso no catch me say ni Ghana no say dey say na ya na etie no say look me dey okan na me kan nye oyo me bisa na about gold asem asas na etus gold me ankasa na netna na ete ho ni yedi nkomo and no say look this situation whether he's telling me the truth or whatever he was telling me, nobody that's what he was telling me. He'll say, go for concessions from the Ministry of Finance, Minerals and Resources. Now, one call like a bushia biho, one call to assassin or busiano, and one started A2 on gold. One also what can be a Ngosihu. Whether he's telling me the truth or not, no, maybe that's what he was telling me. It means also no. I finally say he's not telling me, he's not lying to me because minimum for a long time. Yeah. Wait, some time ago, so Bekaya. Akwabi didi ochihinatem. O didi na tempa change the junijuna eye. Some Bekaya would akwano kra na fe kumuchacha no nyina kase wo umuade the same thing akwane edidi na tem. I'm telling the truth o ye no em say nkofo no wo TV station bi e ma nkofo ko hosen ko bro or whatever nkobro no because wa kasem because Ghana de ye nkasem bia nti opani nti so ti opani ya sem ti opani e say ye be bro so but onipa ne kasem a ese wotimi hu sa asem na meka no meka na mo ate ase e bia de meka na wonte ase ti no no de atemni de bebom No, they attempted the then you understand what he's saying. Because okay, na when we could to go to war, could be one one day. But okay, yeah, after the who say actually ubino. They had to respond. Ubia is all respond. Sa Twene Jonas idea boy. Who says say I draw nipa bebre attention. I draw nipa bebre attention. To this start here, into the here. Yeah. Obi to say Kennedy Japan. Kennedy Japan, so tia Kennedy Japan akasa. Who say Kennedy Japan kasano. Or catch say or can say. Boy na semana or can. And no kre kakra wum. But a senko no so no or head the other side. When the boy anatem, he never opened his mouth to say Udidi boy anatem. Because when he say Udidi boy anatem, a boy named Fanahun channel. It you can in the who do you take in Japan, either Matic and Japan, so kind. And the wood team penny phone be so the majority of penny phone or Ghana, no Ancasemono. Ubian Castle did Ubiatem, them woman wants them no kind. Ubia, yes, one so because I think Romeo Hundary. Cray a Timmy Hundary, and I say, well, Casama, SCT. Young Castle, what did you be attempting in your own car? Oh, I can't we say, why you say to you, near to Honey. No Masayan essay. No Masayan essay.
My dreams, my dreams say, the meeting every Castle criminate the guy in kindness. So what Ghana and I say, Crony Wino, Ubi Ewabusium. No, but can't some and penny phone we are, and also or can be no call. Yes, for Ebukunu, any new who, or bet my house have so many years. No, can go some no call. But I said, when you say, I think the time when you are, or say whether you for young, whatever, you behave with something like that. Like, you just near a guy, imagine a call because. Last time we will be discussing, I almost see democracy. But really, yeah, rolling star versus everybody. I'm for it true and I'm continue. Because I'm for a bread.
I said, bread here, I'm for a bro. Now, instead, some mobile fix it. What the problem is, more change because look, or crime or the enibra cow. Okramai or the nibre neka yes we are nam ho no yen hwe na mo yen bibia oba be kaw so it is the more na yen hwe saade a ko kan asem a wo kan en fix ade na hwe every day bia and the youth no kakra bia graduate for every year bia the number of people graduate eba ekroma wo nya adwuma yen no enti na arm robbery because wo Ghana bibiri no because eso didi eso nya duane di. Okay, onye duane ni a o paso yeden. Enye arm robbery no ba koye.
Mimi say question back wo. Sir, you want you abanjuma in Ghana say no 60 years are all retired, right? Sana ho but in penifoni bi no na that na make can they 1 year forgery. A person stay because of benefits e wo honom na ade. And the question am be say more retire at the age of 60 ah. No one if universities by. I don't know wanting adwuma. That is a question that goes in my mind and I'm asking myself say no youth no so no what she said that no mean will be cry cause I was say wait NDC time cry na west na ba buy there any time and I'm say ya mon compare near we ya ye pe bibia sustainable something that would a big gina ho among won see from university regardless of whatever no many so when I retire 60 years na say mo free if universities he buy nya there, then there's a question mark. Question, Canada.
Problem I want to say two things. One, Miko school, my granny said, Miko school, because we have a pet about my number small babies, can I'm small by a Anna obesity, meme ne owner, and I will be a Hana when you can Ghana crown or person or business be. Na also offer a more school, no more support business grow. Na yɛ kɛseɛ ne develop na yɛ farm function more Yeah, because kakra sati ye no nipa men say be as say omu wear equipment na so mo ye management collapse. So these are the two things. Mimi ko school imagine say me wear the tension say me be somebody mensuma say business bi. Nemo me ko school ma be aban adwuma ye. Eno a shem dream. And obi so a why na say this kind akra na me bet mati business it no amanfo wear school kura betime aden afọ ma shim business ni na business na grow. Na economy so grow to taxes na misma for nipa agumti na ye okruma no ono so ye ya wonani nti odisi ya no to bank. This is what is going on. I know and as in penifo no ya bro and yes so am krum for no so yen so ye den ye ya abro e say minimi ne ye dede e betumi fts krum say ye aban ensakra system nipa miɛnsa bi edi akyi no wobɛhuna baako bi mu a akɔyɛ de yamet kɛkɛ bi edi ana bibi sa na fe ɔtwe san nti mienu na mudi anim a mo ayere mo ho yɛ yi no bi so yɛ den ɔno ankasa ɛkutia o ɛwɔ inside.
Exactly. No kware pa na waka no. No kware because no kware a obi ya de pa na wahu si ade na o ye na opani so nye bone. Ghana de opani nye bone o. De bia na say me de me brother issues yi a hope also for your president so for o say principal na only unyoko yi ono so yourself ni we engineer na eniema unim so o ye enye ntino se menua na medwane na anye yi ntino chese ese o fine o kwan bi so eyi ni free ho am ye ni din afiri a payroll mu a yentua this time bone but the point is into opening nye bone ana if your culture be on the I think say it wasn't right. Opening your bone cry now walk on the catch us opening cho knowing exactly and then hankola there yeah no see hankola on watch no facts no such no you were wrong you have to accept it but if you should who say opening na wrong on cry yeah catch wa wo ya bofra say sampa ne cho entino free santity mu a de koduru ye nwumom ama say just nipa so nka no kware just because obenye bibia the very day the very moment that's it ya na ya rehu semo ye debate won yema bebre hu ye kika ya bi bom yema bebre but it seems say ye ya na ya san to atwene ye ya na ya san to atwene ye ya na ya san ko ka say nchirima is what are they going to do nchirima no so original wa musi way how won ka so on here demonstration you the no see police guide you have no nti adie pa na even though like it's true woni nipa ne beye adwuma na emom mienu no beyi won ho afiri mu say adie no cry just because won anya bibi na fe wo a wo mo ye you know ye yi nko ama ye yi nko aso ma obia ni ho obekasa ho obia ni ho no beye ayi bi
make me aka say the tide is turning make me aka say the tide is turning and more so no people like Twene Jonas, because I know a co-partners, I can tell you for a fact that he came up for discussion. They were positioned just like what we've discussed here. Wow, but the tide is turning. More and more, people are becoming emboldened. There were people who said, "I'm strongly MPP, I'm strongly NDC," but what is happening? Something has to happen for the common good of Ghana, and very important. Me personally, I won't give up on that because I kind of feel cross to a very large extent. As I see, so I warning for no. Me who to say the way I who is going through a class. If you don't graduate here, Uba say the sum total of your existence is not positive. No, and positive in sense of whether you were valuable or not. What do I mean by valuable? Did you see somebody doing something bad and you stood up against it? If you did not upgrade your soul to that extent, I mean, before say heaven, if I say we are in a because who could be what really class. And it's the same idea, and I may have it about a friend saying, TV Joshua Wabesi. Did he do more good than harm? Okay, and you American. It's here you want so ye cost na ye pese bekano. Are we doing more good than harm? Are we thinking that by virtue of us being a friend saying silent, we are going to go to heaven, or we are going to attain the next level in our friend saying soul existence? I don't think so. So some of the stories what Bible me I know very well said they took it from books much older. No, the parable of talents. Obisa say or say only one coin a man. He buried the coin. What was he told? He was told that because you did not improve the value of that coin, no, now, Phil said that is what is going to happen to most of us who know the truth, but because we want to be accepted, you fall in line with those in power. No, we are keeping quiet. No, we will pay the price because we are part and parcel of all the things that's happening in Ghana, in Africa. No, all this pain and suffering that is happening, and we are keeping quiet about it. No, we will definitely pay the price. We will be held accountable for not speaking up, for not standing up to these things.
Charlie, I won't say anything. Name of me, fight now. I'll say, make sure say our hands are clean. Because, for example, if my hands are clean, I'm not being controlled by any political, any influence. Yeah. You cannot come and tell me, say, and that position I make up and I win a million. I don't listen to you, I don't obey you or speak my language. If I don't kiss your ass, Uber remove me, and now you can open the crisscross many mammy. But many mammy, a crime, I'm afraid of saying mammy. Mammy, and no, you can't influence me. It's me, 2, 3, 4 be. Oh, my dream to send me. You can't certain your core, politician who try 1, 2, 3 next time. 28 the day, that's your dream continue about so and you can't say anything because you are doing the wrong thing. And I won't put me influencing. And now why one way or the other, pushing you to do the right thing because interpretation my God, support you. BBM. Name na anadria ya ba opportunity na what that ni was say yeah. Na so kwasasem na udi ni moade na woda so ye. Hene ya o hene ni tete kwasade ni nti we esa usin kwasade a we so support to politician ni we ntinu. Omo ye emoade a untimi nka hwe. The obebe jare ana nkokwa sasa we ayi ajumji Lord Kenya na we also we kwasase sasa we ni so atote.
We can't say Jodo.
There's a place for everything. Personally, I just don't know how to insult people, but there's your kind. Okay, it may woke me up. It made me pay attention. There's a purpose for it.
Mm-hmm.
What does it? There's a purpose for it. It Abraham a friend say Moshe or Oba, the things he was saying, some of us knew these things, but no one had delivered it the way he delivered it.
Mm-hmm.
So no one had delivered it the way he delivered it with the force. There were people who said, he's too aggressive, or you're too no. And I knew where they were coming from because deep down they were against what he was saying. But instead they would admit the fact that they are wrong. What he's saying, not even that they are wrong, but what he's saying is true. No, they will focus on his delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because when the time I push more, a person attack a US person attack a friend saying Iraq. What did they say?
Iran.
He had weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah,
that was how they went in there. They were going to look for those things. And then later on, what happened? We came to see the true purpose for them going there. And yes, I buy.
Yeah.
So a tactic. It's something that we all know. Your common sense. We know what is happening. Let us focus on the message. What is being delivered. The most important part, say what is happening in Ghana. No, it can transform very quickly. Me say within 1 year, everything can change. Tanzania showed us within 1 year. This person came within 1 year, transformed the country. Onuka, it was the same political party. He came just the predecessor was doing all the wrong things. He put it upon himself, say, when I come, this is what is going to happen. Initially, when he came, were they not the same party people who supported him to achieve the goals? They were the same people. We have to force these so-called public servants to do the right thing. And we have to get the attention by any means necessary. Even if it means that we will become unpopular ourselves. Mrs. Yano, who will not Kasami when family? One Kasami family. That is the mentality I have. So long as I know say what I'm saying is true, it's going to benefit people that I've not even met. That's all I care about. And I think that is how everybody must be. For the betterment of the country, for everybody.
Yeah, it's true. What the hell you come away? Or hina uchum koye. What the hell and then one can one year. I think okay, we bring question and young question, but okay, can't by heart. But some can be brave and in your way be brave true. Say when case me support the omokoye no but when crofo di nachi. So I think say emrebu a time where emredu a I was say you can say just as it is. And at the
of course
exactly.
Because honestly, nyema we be benefit be brave boy. Yes, Trump or say okay can kwa say onu lose e dey no ntia. And nyema we no e dia na etiti Republic etiti go for be. And so I don't still all supporters. Oh, yeah, I'm for pushing still.
yo hem say ya bobo so bia your time no so aso say no say na me ka asem say this week in the number of people are on by in Facebook no almost 500. The numbers need jump up by 500, and that means
wow.
And for first year 28, say I can't kaka near 30,000. This just this week here. I will go Facebook. I will here when we say numbers are costful. That means and Crawford so and Crawford 80 are there come.
Okay.
Say and you can say me can who how to what say officer yet as some young guy so unimsa. Yes, my can who work away and was but it means say a nipa almost 500,000 500 ababe joining a year. That means I think say ye bibi papa. So to say it the way na ye kono every week we will talk about all these things because a year then kuntu hwan na chia na ye den eko. It is a bia would and found who say be your own person obekodia and it's your own problem. Yeah, problem. But here they are, me say makuhu madam Fubia na yedin course senior citizens home. And no, and I catch them and say, hey, Kruma dear, men call that senior citizens home that. So they are saying, and then mumfami go room. At least many do an be a day. Me groom the mumfamenko. Na had the mumfamenko to senior citizens home. And yedi baby nana yɛde bɛma wakyerɛ w'adwuma a wɔyɛ no kakra na afei yɛakɔ kele so na afei obi wɔ biribi ka biara na afei waka na afei yɛde agorɔ no aba awie.
So a tier for Medamasi, a company the EdLink you provide agency for adults and seniors with physical disability in the state of Delaware. Delaware, and that's CNA and that's LPN. Over to me, are contacting edlinkcare.com.
Yeah, text it's private chat, no.
Okay.
Let me post it in front of her.
You and I say, I mean, and now Papa B or how pay a man so with me, I contacting may I provide services to amount.
Okay, and that's it. The BS are aware and yeah, friend saying Kelly, dear no, Kelly, Koswe.
All right, so basically, BSR stands for Black Star Revolution. And Black Star Revolution is a movement that seeks to unite Africa and African diaspora. We uplift people of color globally via knowledge, business, and social impact projects. Knowledge, let's say, we have certain ideas about how we can improve our station in this world. And we intend to use our platforms to disseminate. She said, "Baby, I'm going to say, it's all about forwarding the black man's existence in this world." And then there's business. So business, they say, we'll create products and services. Currently, our number one product is apparel, hoodies, socks, shoes, pants, branded products and services. If when we make profits, we take 20% of our profit and we use that to fund social impact projects, first of all, in Africa. Pretty much you can get reach us on our website, which is www.bsr.myshopify.com, bsrware.myshopify.com. Everything you purchase, we take 20% to fund social impact projects in Africa.
Okay, yes, so me family and so to na yenko.
Vital Printing and Designing. Institutions, individuals, and companies come to Vital Printing and Designing for the best and crystal clear services in printing. Only from Vital Printing and Designing. Vital Printing offers quality printing services in car branding, t-shirt printing, printing of wedding and invitation cards, printing on cups and mugs, printing on paper bags and posters, and also offers embroidery services, printing of banners of all kinds, among other print-related vital services. Delivery services are available. Contact Vital Printing and Designing on 30-225-75152 or 30-225-75153. Vital Printing and Designing, your first printing option.
Chirifi to do me like wabe. Yeah, same taste, sipping lime and more. Yeah.
You join our Vital GH Radio Sunday night talk show. We start every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let us talk about our motherland Ghana. It is fan. Use the link below to join.
Yo, it's a diagram baby. Na Kelly, yeah, from after the show, why? I mean, Now, Ebekasa, why? Auntie B, Dakro, member New York, you might set here, then I'm pa said here. And yeah, what was a super ne call cricket, I Canada, my men so many no, or by a menene and no issue, my men in Casa, and no member and yeah, menene Casa, we are Mefro, Nafia.
All right.
And good night. Everybody, Yemfa, Yadam for no.